Hey guys.
We're here today to check out the Patreon poll winner of the week, and that is none other than Devildriver with Dead in the Water. I think this is the first time we're checking out a Devildriver video on the channel. I know the band, covered the last couple of releases, even had Dez on for an interview. They've been around forever. I don't know how familiar you are with Devildriver.
I think I've heard like a song here and there.
Okay, so you heard way less than me.
Yeah, way less than you, but I'm still not going into this blind.
All right, perfect. So let's check this out. This is from their upcoming new record. You ready for it?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Let's check this song out. right. What do you say?
That was pretty good, man.
And the reason I'm asking is not because I didn't like it. I'm asking you
Because I've heard less than you.
Yeah.
No, but this is some good shit, man. I fuck with this. Like, the stuff I've heard is like also probably a while back too. So me saying going into this blind, I wasn't going into this blind. I wasn't 20/20 vision at least. You know, I was going in with some cataracts and shit. But no, man, it was. I really enjoyed it. It has such a good groove, and you know me, anything with good groove has me. Like
good guitar solos too, by the way.
Yeah, good guitar solos, but just anything with good groove and those graspy vocals to go along with it just always has me.
Yeah, this is a very complete track. I gotta say, like if you look at it from a musical standpoint, it has great guitar solos, which these days is not always a given. I mean, it's not always a given that the song has solos, but
it's also not only.
But it's
not
not like every
that they're
song.
going to be good too.
Yeah. I was going to say that, but not that every song needs a solo. Let's put it that way as well.
Yeah.
But when they're there, they gotta be worth it, and these ones are definitely worth it. So you got that. The song is incredibly groovy. It mixes a little bit of nu metal with groove metal. Like there's a little bit of a blend of those, but there's even some deathcore elements in there, especially the way the drums come in, like super heavy. That heaviness and speed I feel like that right now has become a little bit a staple of deathcore in terms of how the drums come in with the guitars and that heaviness just kind of like forcing its way upon you as a listener.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that this is a deathcore song by no means, but I see some elements of deathcore in this track. I see some elements of groove, some elements of nu metal. It's kind of a hybrid. It's a song that doesn't have just one genre. It kind of piggybacks off of different genres in order to really create a robust song all around. Freaking heavy and just with a nice bounce to it. The vocals are perfect in my opinion throughout the entire song, and I think the vocals are a little bit of the glue that holds it all together, because the song has different momentums and has different influences in it. And if the vocals were not as consistent as they are, the song perhaps would feel a little bit more jolted, because it would feel like almost like Frankenstein made out of like lesser parts, if you will. But the fact that the vocals are incredibly consistent, it becomes the glue that aggregates the whole song together, regardless of the influences and regardless of how you feel towards certain parts of the song. So it creates a very robust sounding track, relentless, really relentless sounding track. I really like this song. I really like this style and this sound approach. The band, in my opinion, now fans of the band can disagree with me on this, but I think this is a band that has different sounds throughout their discography. They've never necessarily had just a one sound signature and kind of stuck to that one sound signature album in and album out. I don't think that's the case, at least not in my humble opinion. I feel like this is a band that perhaps the origins of the band are more like groove metal style, and then they went through a phase where they sounded more like nu metal, and then they went through a phase where I'm not quite sure exactly what they sounded like. So they've had like different phases of sound. I think that has a lot to do with the people doing the songwriting, depending on what tickled their fancy and who they were and what influences they had at the time. Mm-hmm. That kind of dictated a little bit of where those songs went, and therefore where those records went. This is a revamped lineup from Devildriver, and I think there was a conscious effort to go back to the roots of the band, but not necessarily creating a sound that it's dated. Because this doesn't sound like groove from back in the day.
No, it has a modern twist.
And I think some of those influences, like some of those deathcore influences, really help create a more modern sound. The production is also more modern, as you would expect. So I think it's a track that reflects well on the origins of the band, but I also like the fact that they didn't go completely old school and created something that feels dated and feels like it has a timestamp associated with it. This to me is a little bit more modern in terms of how it comes across and how it feels and how it sounds, and I think that works really well for them. It's the way it's an interesting approach, because you don't alienate your fan base by writing a song like this, but also by including some more modern elements, you'll also open the doors for a new fan base to come in and discover them and connect with them. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of bands, when they get to this stage in their career, either they go completely back into the well because that worked and they kind of want to catch lightning in the bottle once again, so they can go back into the well, or they've changed so much over the years that they don't sound nothing like they did back in the day. It's normally either one or the other, for the most part. And I don't think either one or the other is great. It's okay, but it's not great. So I think creating something that makes the old fan base feel comfortable with it, because they're like, oh fuck, this is like old school Devildriver, but at the same time not old school enough that
But
that
it
a new
scares the
fan
newer
base
fan base. Yeah.
won't get into it. So I think this is walking that fine line and walking it perfectly, in my
Yeah.
very humble opinion.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Because I think if you're a more modern fan of metal and you've never heard of the band before, never heard any song,
I think there's enough in this to.
I think there's enough in this to get your attention for what the album is going to be all
And then if you're
about.
just a classics fan, they have the elements.
I also don't
will-
think you're going to be upset about this.
Exactly.
It's not like they're releasing a symphonic metal song, so not that I don't think Devildriver would ever do that, but you get what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy this song. I think it's a great track all around. Also, the perfect length. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and it works really well lengthwise because of the solos. Allow the song to push that over that 4-minute mark without making the song feel redundant
Or repetitive.
or
yeah,
repetitive. So I think the solos really do a wonderful job expanding the song a little bit, and really well placed solos. Not just where
Well
they
done
are in
and
the
well
song,
placed.
but well executed as well. Like the track offers a lot. Honestly, it offers a lot. And the simplicity of the video allows you to connect with the song, allows you to vibe to the song. So I like this kind of track.
Yeah.
Can't get mad at this shit. This shit makes the people going.
You can't go wrong.
I agree. All right, that's why I won the Patreon poll of the week.
Yeah.
Okay. On that note, guys, hit us up in the comment section. Let us know what you're thinking about Devildriver, their singles, this upcoming new record. Hit us up on those comments, and we'll see you all at the next video.
See ya.